What's up, everyone? I'm Janitor Jake.
And I'm Chris K.
And welcome to the American Gaming Geeks. Stupid.
What?
Ready?
I don't want the likes of you watching my back! The chopper's waiting! You're done!
Alright, and welcome back for another episode. Now, we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different. If you're new to the channel, there used to be 3 parts to the show. We would talk about what's new with us in the world of gaming. Then we would play a game and beat that we previously picked out for the show. And the third part is our final thoughts on the game. Is it good, is it bad, or is it absolute garbage that needs to be thrown right into the trash? Otherwise, if you're an old school fan and you've been watching us for a while, we are going to start changing things up a bit. One thing we are doing is we are eliminating what's new with you in the world of gaming. The main reason for that is because it's almost like a time waster. I feel like people want to come to the show and watch us get right to the game, and now they got to sit through 8 minutes of us sitting here, I'm just yakking away.
Like a podcast.
Pretty much, yeah, like a 10-minute podcast. Yeah. And it's like, holy smoke, they're going to play a game, and now they have to sit through like 10 entire minutes before the game starts. Yeah. So fine, forget it. It's over and done with. I'm sure Maniac Matt will complain about it, because he actually likes watching that and likes watching what we picked up. Mm-hmm. But other than that, we are just going to get right to the game. And if people want us to do it, well, then comment.
Yeah.
Comment and let us know. The thing is, we only get like 20 people watching if we're lucky, so forget it. We're just going to jump.
We'll just bring back the Overthink Tank and talk about what's new with you in the world of gaming and the Overthink Tank podcast.
Have our own separate podcast for that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, let's get right to the game. And the game we're playing today is North and South on the good old NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. This is my original game I had as a kid. Of course, that's a nuisance. That crack in there ticks me off. I don't even know how that happened, but it happened a long time ago. But anyway, I grew up playing this game as a kid. Me and my dad played it all the time. This was one of the few games he actually enjoyed playing. And I always thought it was fun. I'm super nostalgic for it, and I think it'll be great to play and beat on the show. You know, you're not too familiar with the game, are you?
I tested it out a little bit. I never really played the game much.
Yeah, you played around with it a little bit. We threw it in, gave you the controller, and you dinked around. So whatever. Let's pop the puppy in and get going. You ready to play?
I'm game.
And look at him, just going to town. Just going to town on that instrument of his.
It's that Dixie Jazz.
Yeah, that Dixie Jazz. And that's how they did it, too, in the Civil War. They just rocked out. Just
rocking out on the back.
Freaking out, headbanging.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the Nintendo Entertainment System. So that's the title screen.
Alright.
And didn't even need to hit start. It just takes us right here. So basically, this is like an options menu. There's a lot of nonsense, a lot of jibber-jabber going on, so we're going to try to rush through this.
Okay.
So over here, this is like your level select. Level 1, 2, or 3. That's basically easy, medium, or hard.
Cool.
So it's pretty cool. Every time you click on the guy, it'll change. Cool. Easy, medium, hard. And what's neat is you can click on the character, or you can come down here and click on this. However, if you're off by a little bit, it won't do it. And same thing with this. Level 2, level 3.
It's neat that it sounds a little different for the North or the South.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a different sound. That's pretty cool. And we can also change the player. From player to computer.
That doesn't make any sense. Why is the North singing "I Wish I Were in Dixie" and the South is saying "Yankee Doodle Came to Town"?
Yeah.
I wish I were in the land of cotton, and Yankee Doodle came to town.
Yeah,
What?
that always confused me, because you said apparently it's actually real.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
what-
Those are the actual songs.
And that's what happens if you dink around. It goes right to the demo. And then it changes it. Look what it did.
Yeah, it changes it on you. That's messed up.
Alright, so anyway, just like a football game, you can have computer versus computer, or player versus player, so that would be 2-player. But we are going to go player versus computer.
Cool.
And since we are from northwestern Wisconsin, we are going to be the Yankees, and we are going to be going against the Rebels.
Nice.
Union versus Confederates. North versus South. And then right in here, this is basically like hazards in a sense. Turn that on. That's Native American attacks, which I'll explain later in the game. That's like a thunderstorm or rain clouds, which I will explain later in the game. And that's a ship that'll drop off armies and stuff at a very specific state.
Nice.
So we will turn all those on. And you can change the year from 1861 all the way to 64. And depending on the year, you have like more or less armies. Like 1864, I think you have like 4 armies on the north and 4 on the south. 1861, I believe there's only 2. So there's a lot of stuff. This is actually a pretty cool options menu.
Yeah.
Really interactive.
Then U.S. photographer, the only photographer of the entire U.S.
Yeah, and he's sitting here sticking his hind end out.
Yeah, those are the shiniest cheeks
like,
anyone has ever
Like,
had.
look at my butt. Look at my butt. You want to touch it?
Those chaps.
You want to touch it?
What if you do? Lightning and thunder. No. We timed out.
That's one thing that always irritated me in games. If you're like screwing around, like I'm actually moving the cursor around, and what will it do? Jump you right to the demo.
Too bad. Too bad. Waited too long.
He's like, you want to touch my butt? Okay, let's do it and find out what happens.
What? Why would you even do that?
Twerking. That's what he's doing. He's
Yeah,
twerking.
Miley Cyrus is the photographer.
Yeah, that's Miley Cyrus.
Apparently. Oh, man.
Twerking before twerking was cool.
Yep. Gucci.
All right. So we are going to go player versus computer. South is a computer. 1861, all the hazards on. And we are going to go.
Wish I were living in the land of textiles.
All right, here we go. April 1861. The southern states have opened hostilities by taking Fort Sumner. The armies are being formed. The chances of victory are the same for both sides. Everything is possible.
Everything. Absolutely everything, is
Is
possible.
possible. Aliens and the whole 9 yards.
Dimension travel.
Push start button. And I'm going to hand it off to you.
All right. Oh, looks like we're a couple of Confederates up here. So, not Confederates. Looks like we're a couple of Northerners up here.
Yeah.
Unions guys up here.
So, of course, this is like a very strategic game, strategy type of a game. You want to take over territories. So you clicked on your guy, and wherever it's flashing, they look like clouds, basically. Wherever the little white clouds are flashing, that's where you can put your army.
They're silhouettes. But then there's this cloud, the actual cloud there. Main
Yeah.
cloud. And that means that that area is kind of frozen.
Yeah, you can go there,
You can move to it.
and if there's a cloud above one of your army guys, basically you cannot move him.
So you can't move from it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move here. I'm going to move to Indiana. Come on. So picky. Jeez.
So you're going to move them, and of course we want to take over as much territory as possible.
Yeah. So wherever you move, it just automatically plants a flag. Right?
Yeah, so we got the United States flag, and you got the Confederate flags down there for the South.
So I'm going to go meet Stephen King over here in Maine.
So now it's their turn. Now, where he moved, we want that spot, because
Yeah.
that's where I turn that boat on. A boat will come up, and whoever has a flag in that spot, or whoever's standing there, the boat will actually drop off a guy, which is an army. One of these little guys is an army.
And bring us rum, too. Alright. So I'll move this guy here. Move this guy.
And what we want to do is we want to stay by the railroad, because that's what that dotted dashed line thing is.
Okay.
It's basically a railroad. And the more territories we have on the railroad, that's what happens. A train will show up and drop off money. The more money we get,
Money, money, money.
when we get, I think, 5 bags of gold or whatever that is.
Yeah.
5 bags of scratch.
Scratch.
When we get 5 bags of scratch, you get an extra army guy.
I'm going to move to Wisconsin. Here we go, Eau Claire.
Okay, move to Eau Claire,
I
Madison.
found Eau Claire.
And that's what's funny. So yeah, take over that spot down there.
This one?
No.
Oh, you mean take it
Yeah.
over his base there?
And you can take over the base.
You don't have to fight for it or nothing.
But now he's going to fight you because he's like, I want it.
So
It's
the
my
people
spot.
can fight you, but the bases don't fend for themselves.
So that's pretty cool, that little animation. Now this gets ridiculous. In order to switch, you have to hit B. But watch out for your infantry. See, you have to move them. Okay, now switch to your horses and attack. And that's one thing. Okay, watch your shooters. Yep, there you go. It's like when the battle starts up, you got to be like right on the money with this stuff. Because the interesting thing is, when we fight, you have to switch by hitting B. You can only control one thing at a time. It makes sense. However, the computer, they can control everything at the same time.
Killed them all. Best ever.
Nice little battle.
End up with a couple horses left and 5 guys.
So basically, that's what an army is one cannon.
Was it 3 horses?
One group of infantry,
Yeah,
right?
One group of infantry.
And one group of cavalry.
Cavalry. Okay. Move down to South Dakota here. South Dakota.
And that's what's funny is you can go into battles, and that's what's funny about the game. This
South
is
Carolina.
basically the United States. We could literally have a battle in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
South Carolina and South Dakota, both.
All right. So we're going to see what he does.
Woot woot.
Okay, and so right there he got 5 bags of gold, so he gets an extra guy.
If you
Extra
get 5
army.
bags of gold, it turns into a person.
Yeah.
Inconvenient, kind of walks away on you.
All right,
Okay,
And right there, too, on that railroad, I don't know if you can see it, but there's little red dots connected to the railroad. You can move the cursor over so we can see them.
Oh, there and there.
Those, I believe, are forts.
Oh.
So if we took over, so move the cursor to the left and down. Keep going down. One more flag. Go to the flag in Texas.
Yeah.
Go over to that flag.
Oh,
if we
over to the
take
flag.
over that, because that's next to that little dot, that's a fort.
Okay.
And then it triggers another, like, it triggers a mini game.
Is this a fort too? Because it's close
Yeah.
to that dot. Alright, sweet. So I think I'm going to take this guy on. Take on me. Take on me. I'm going to go to my native country of Georgia.
And here's the thing. When you start the war, you will have less army guys, see? Because you lost them.
Yep.
But thank goodness you actually have your infantry. Now here's another trick I learned. Go right for the guys with the guns. Apparently they won't shoot the horses. They will only target the guys with the guns.
Nice.
So the Confederate infantry, when they start moving after your infantry, I noticed a trick. Just go after them with the horses, because they won't shoot the horses.
Huh.
They're only specifically going, he's targeting that horse now.
Yeah, the
And that's
infantry
awesome.
only.
Look at that.
You destroy the house. That's awesome.
Shoot down the cabins. You can shoot down the trees.
Take that, Georgia. Take Atlanta back.
Oh, now you're taking over the fort.
Ah.
So now this is a mini game.
Oh. Okay, so you can't land here without taking over the fort. Okay. Alright.
And so and that's one thing
There's
I really
a bomb down there.
Yeah, I always
avoid that.
looked like a piece of cake
son of
to
a
me.
gun.
It's like a birthday cake. If you hit it, it blows you up and knocks you back. And that's one thing about this game that I always loved.
Acme candles.
That's one thing about this game that I've always loved, and that's really nostalgic, is the aesthetic of it, or the graphics. The artists who made this game, the developers, they did a great job. Like with the colors, it's like it's so cartoony, but it looks awesome. That pink and the blue.
Man, he can punch.
Superman.
Yeah, it looks like the
Must be
Simpsons or
Captain
something.
America,
Yeah, exactly.
if he was even around during the Civil War.
Captain America and the Civil War. Okay, so he can't really kill me. All he can do is slow me down
Yeah.
and keep me from reaching my destination, which he's doing a pretty dang good job of, by the way. But if I get them off the screen, they die.
Yeah, so what's going on here? Down at the bottom, there's an old tore-up boot. Looks like one of my boots. And then there's a time limit, a clock, Mickey Mouse clock. And basically, you have to outrun that clock. You have to get all the way to the end of this stage, and you take down the Confederate flag and put up the Union flag. And if you dink around and screw around, the time will reach the end and basically you lose.
Literally a race against time.
But that's the thing, though, too. What's awesome is that you won't die. He'll throw knives and all this stuff at you. That's your turn.
Oh, it's...
He'll throw all these knives and stuff at you, and it doesn't really hurt you. Slows you down.
Oh, you want me to do this entire year?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if you look, it's really tough to see, but it'll say 1 on those little bags of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And when it reaches 5, it'll say number 5. I never caught that
Oh.
before.
So I have a little guy here. He's already flashing, so I don't have to select him. And he can only go to one of these states. So all these states are flashing. All these forts. I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna stick him. I'll stick him here in Illinois.
Alright, now here comes the ship, which is awesome.
Awesome.
Because we have a territory down there, it'll drop off another soldier for us.
Cool.
I call it a soldier, even though it's actually an army. And actually, if there's nothing there, the ship will just go right by.
Cool.
Won't drop anything off.
Wow. Alright,
So there's only one guy left. If you want, you can just slaughter him. And that's really the only thing about this game that makes it really non-strategic. If you're really, really good at the battles, you can just instantly attack the South and end the game within like 2 minutes.
yeah.
The game can last 2 minutes long.
Want me to?
Yeah, if you want, you can just go for them and attack them. Because we're going to go through all 4 years. 1861, 62, 63, and 64.
I think I'll gather a few more territories. That's not a fort, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
I think
Before
Florida is. If you go down and look at that.
Oh,
See?
it automatically gave us Florida.
So I don't know. It might say it in the manual. We don't have the manual, but I do remember something. If you take over a fort or do something or have 2 territories, it'll automatically you gain that territory.
Huh. So just in case it gives me more points, I'm gonna take more territories here.
Territory.
Territory. Thanks, brain.
And another thing that I think is really cool, depending where you actually have the battles, there are 3 different stages. I personally like this one. I think it's easier to fight on. The other ones, there are bridges and stuff too. And the problem with that is you can actually shoot the bridges, which is cool, but if you shoot the bridges, it's tough to get across.
I'm glad that the horses can't just run you over.
Yeah. Just stomp you to death.
Yeah.
Stampede.
They're pretty easy to take out, too.
And if you dink around and tease the cannon guy long enough, he'll actually run out of ammo.
Ah.
And then he'll go away.
Oh, I lost a horse, or did they just combine into one? Oh, okay, they just combined. Ugh. Move!
There you go.
Alright. Just murders him. Symbolically.
Well done, Corporal. You have put an end to this bloody war by defeating the South in 6 months. It's time to make America... It's like you can't... Look at that. Switch it around. It's time to make America great again.
Starts talking back.
That's what it looks like. Like, as soon as you see it, it's like...
Time to make America great again. Just then you can't even sit in there and read it. It just automatically quits on you.
So that was 1861. Pretty good game. You enjoy it?
Quite enjoyable.
Alright, so I'm going to leave everything the same, and we're going to go to 1862, and I'm going to be playing now. I'll do a little twerk. A little twerk. Twerk that booty, yo. Twerk that booty, yo.
Harassing the friggin' photographer. That's why all of the pictures of the whatever. Just go.
The Battle of Bull Run. The Battle of Bull Run does nothing to clarify the situation, but from this time forth, the Southern armies are led by the brilliant General Lee. Things are bound to change.
Doesn't he work for ESPN?
Yeah. Alright, so now, see, and now things are different. So basically, apparently it follows history. I don't study the Civil War. I haven't even learned about it since high school, and that was like 2004. 2005 was probably the last I even did any studying on it. But this is apparently how it looks now. As you see, now he has a territory over here. So it seems like they're advancing, which maybe 1862 they really were advancing on us. So, whatever. I'm going to go here, and I want to take over these territories. I want to take this spot over.
The goofy thing is that because it's a video game, you can just go down south, take over the entirety of America. Basically, you won. Then go on to the next year, and it's back to this.
Yeah. All right, now here's a neat thing. I'm not going to fight them, but you can combine armies, and this is pretty cool. You can combine up to 3.
Oh.
So now you will actually have like double. You have 2 cannons, and if you lose like an entire group of infantry, another group of infantry will come out.
Replenishes, huh?
All right. So
I guess you should hurry up and take North Carolina there.
So I'm going to go to battle with this guy then, see what happens. I don't know what the P is on their caps. It looks like a P on the southern guy's hat, but I don't know what that is. It may be just the shape of his hat. See, now look at that. Now I got 2 cannons.
Wow, 2 cannons.
So I'm going to run right over here to take those guys out.
Nice. Nice. Man, you only lost 1 guy.
Alrighty. And that's what I mean. Like, sometimes I really want to sit back and enjoy the game. You know, sit back, smell the roses, take my time, screw around, but then they'll just instantly come and attack me. It's like, oh, game's done.
Yeah, that can happen.
Alright, so I'm going to come here and take over this fort. And I like that too. Like, great music. It has a lot of cool music in the little animation.
This is actually playing Yankee Doodle now.
And like a and we never mentioned it before, but yeah, that's the guy. The Confederate guys' lives are at the top, right there.
Yeah.
And it shows how many. And the knives. That's how many knives I have.
Now it's Comba tribes.
Yeah, the combat tribes now.
Confederate tribes.
And I always thought it'd be cool too if you could like go into the doors or if somebody would peek their head out, but apparently nothing like that happens.
They should make a Mortal Kombat type game based on the Confederacy versus the Union. And then like when you kill them, like the second round comes up and the guy comes back up and he says, "The South shall rise again," and comes from the grave.
I'm surprised they haven't done that. Maybe they have some.
Maybe like a zombie one or something. I don't watch any of that zombie stuff.
Like with the new Mortal Kombat games, probably downloadable content since everything is downloadable content now.
Yeah.
All right, so see, now he's done.
Vanquished.
So I can actually dink around now if I wanted to. And I never mentioned that. These are holes. And you can't jump over certain things.
You get stuck.
Platforming game.
Yeah.
And you can punch too while jumping. Smack the flag down.
What the?
In the background too, like the graphics I thought were done really well in this game.
Yeah.
Music and graphics.
Wish
the
I
train.
were in Dixie.
Alright, so I got myself another guy. Now, one thing I want to mention real quick here. Like I said, we turned on the Native American attacks. Here's a Native American, and here's a cowboy. It's really, really rare and obscure, but they will attack. I don't really know what triggers it, and it's like the rare... I looked it up on Google. No one knows. You look it up on YouTube. No one knows. No one knows what triggers him to attack. However, I think I figured it out. I'm pretty sure to trigger the cowboy, if you stand down here, and basically, if you can leave your character either here or here, just switch back and forth. If you can leave a character down here for a long enough time, it's like he gets mad and will actually attack you. I think he throws a Molotov cocktail. Over here, or a bomb or something, if we're over here, if we stand either here or here and dink around in this area and don't move, eventually the Native American gets mad, and it's an awesome animation. He'll like disappear, there's smoke signals, and then he throws his tomahawk at you and will kill you.
Nice.
So hopefully we can do that at some point.
Nice.
Hopefully we'll be able to see that happen. So I'm going to go right here to this rain cloud. Of course it moved on us. Surprised he didn't attack us. Alright, so now the rain cloud went over him. So if I click, I might have been able to attack him, but now I'm not allowed to. So really, no matter... So I guess you can attack. I never knew that. So apparently you can attack them. It's just you can't move.
Yeah.
Interesting. Alright, so I want to come down here, I guess. And there's another little mini game like we do with the forts.
Yeah.
You can take over a train, and we'll do that eventually. But we need to get in the right position to be able to rob the train. It's pretty cool. You've seen it. It's a pretty neat thing.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to leave this spot because he'll take it over. But the heck with it. I'll just go here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take it over now. Finders keepers.
Basically.
Whatever, I'll just go. I think that's another fort.
Yeah, it should be.
I want to get right here. If I go right here, I can rob the train. I don't think you can rob the train if you're here. So hopefully he won't attack me and I'll be able to get down here.
Okay.
But I have to leave that alone. Because the train has to go from here to here. So it's basically going from one fort to another fort.
Confederate to Confederate outpost.
And if you're in between, you can rob the train.
Nice.
But if I'm here, I don't think the train will run and drop anything off.
It's crazy.
So fine, I'll just go up here.
Okay. It's funny, I saw some program on TV talking about the Civil War and the Confederates versus the rebels.
It's stupid.
What? The rebels? What is it, Star Wars? The Confederates were the rebels. It's like people don't know what side was what. The North was the Union, the South was the Confederates.
Yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to go here. And hopefully when they run the train, I'm not going to try to take over any more territory. So when they run the train, I should be able to rob it. Great. So it's only giving me an option. Look at this crap. It's only giving me an option to take over here or here. So now I don't think they're going to run the train.
Well, you can try to fight the guy up there. See if they'll run the train then.
If I fight him, though, I kill him, it's game over.
Oh.
Alright, so whatever, to heck with it. I'm just going to take this over and see what happens. Now we got a fort battle. And it's neat, too, I noticed. Every time we do a fort, generally it's always different. I don't know how many there are, but the setting is always different. So, like, sometimes there'll be stuff in the way, like one of those carriages that I can't jump over.
Yeah.
Right away, and now it's like there isn't a carriage.
It's different. That's cool.
Of course, you got the dog, too, that'll run and try to take you over. The funny thing is that it's actually pretty simple to take over a fort, but to defend a fort, like if the Confederates go to one of our forts and take it over, it's actually pretty tough to defend from it. I wonder why they chose that color palette, too. The pinks and stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it reminds me of Simpsons. Whenever I see that pink wall, all this pink in the Simpsons, I don't know why.
And the thing, too, like with the cover art of North and South, it's very cartoony. Apparently, the cartooniness,
The quality?
the way they drew the picture for the cover art, is based off of a French comic. So apparently in France, they made a goofy, cartoony comic book based off of the American Civil War.
Huh.
And then when they made the game North and South, they based the cartooniness off the comic book.
Because the other countries are just so fascinated with our Civil War.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me.
So now he's going to get another guy. So now he's got like a crazy... That's interesting. I want to try it. What if we combined 3 army guys together? Look at that. He might
Right
have
past him.
He might have too many army guys then. I never knew that.
Oh.
He might have had 3 army guys combined, and they went to drop it off, and they're like, oh, nope, you're too full. Tough. Yeah,
Wow.
look at how
that's
many
cool.
people.
Yeah, he's got 3. Holy
Darn
golly.
it.
Man, you took out 2 of your horses. Cavalry, I know. Wait, did you just kill your own guys, or is it... Oh, no, okay. I was like, there is friendly fire in this, isn't there, though?
Alright. So, I mean, at least I do have a couple. So, see, I wiped out his entire infantry, and now, see, now he's got a couple
He's got
more.
another, yeah.
And he's going to go right for my horse.
Dang!
But see what I mean? Like, they can run multiple things at the same time.
Yeah, we can't. Like, we have to switch back and forth. Horses, or cavalry, infantry, or artillery.
Man.
Jeez.
Now, hopefully he'll sit there for a while.
It's gonna be like one guy against the army. It's gonna be John McClane.
And that's cool, too. You can, like,
yeah,
change
rearrange
stuff around.
Alright, looks like you're doing well. I think he's dead already there. Like...
See, look at, he ran out of ammo.
Oh, and so he's out of there.
So I wiped him out.
Man.
Alright, and it's the same thing. You have put an end to this bloody war by defeating the South in 5 months. It's time to make America, again, the land of freedom. It's a cool animation, too. Look
Just
at
in
that.
case you happen to be looking at it in a mirror.
Yeah. It's so stupid. But it is cool their, like, animation going on.
I've had...
Alright, that was 1862. We're going to go to 1863.
Gonna gooch him again.
Hand it off to you. The last year has seen the South gaining victory after victory, but Lee knows that in the long run, the North's industrial might will vanquish. That's so weird.
The North's industrial might, I think they're saying.
The North's industrial might will vanquish at last. He needs a decisive victory. It's like we've been kicking the Confederates' hind end, and it's like, oh, the South, you know, they've been gaining victory after victory.
Huh. Yeah.
Alright, so you're going to go to war with him?
Yeah.
That's weird. I want to try to go to war in another area because we keep seeing the same stuff.
Oh, yeah, because we're not... Yeah, okay.
I just noticed that. We keep having a battle in the same area.
Jousting!
I think that's awesome, too, every time you send the horses.
Dead. Just dead. Alright.
Another thing that's kind of neat about the game, it's very computer-like. Like with the whole cursor. It might have even come out on the computer, like on the Amiga or something before this, I'm not sure.
I wonder. There, stop my horse behind a tree for a while.
That's cool too, like with the sound effects when it shoots the cannonball.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear it there, but when he revs it up, loading. Boo.
Yeah, you can. You can hear it.
See, I don't know why they do that either
They just sit
sometimes.
there.
I guess because we're on easy mode.
Maybe. I think they're confused because I'm so close they're trying to maybe target or something. I wonder. I don't know. That's right.
Alright, let's try to go to war somewhere in the South.
Yeah. They combined their forces right away. What the heck?
And maybe you could just go to war with him right away and see what happens.
Yeah. Win. You want me to try to get the train, though? I can try to take the train.
Yeah, you can try to do that. Try to rob the train.
Good old-fashioned train robbing.
Go down.
Down here?
Yeah, that way, then at least you have 2 guys if something
yeah.
happens.
That's true.
And try to leave him too, like up north, because maybe he'll
there's
actually.
2 territories here? The heck? He might actually work his way up this way.
That's what I'm thinking. Is maybe the guy from the south, the Confederate guy, will work his way up north, and we'll get to see a battle take place up there.
Yeah.
Which is funny to think. Like theoretically, you could have a battle in the Civil War way up in Wisconsin. All right, so right there.
I'll leave him here. Move up here?
Combine them. Maybe combine the
Combine
army.
'em?
Maybe that'll spook them away enough to not attack us. Okay, here we go. Boom!
Yes!
Time to rob the train.
In the graphic, I'm on a horse after the train. But then...
And then you jump on the train.
I guess I jump on the train.
But then apparently you fall off
I must have fallen off. Whoops. Whoops.
This is tricky because you need to jump on it now.
Jeepers. Get up! Oh, that was close.
If you miss the train goes bye-bye. That's tough because you can't run faster than the train.
No.
That's what I hate is it puts you right there. It's like, hurry up, get on. I don't know what you missed once. You missed done.
Yeah.
Done. Tough. Get over it. Big bunch of too bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're like, whoa, what is it? Like, it's so weird to even figure out how to trigger this. It's like one of those weird hidden mini games, you have to know to
Oh crap!
you have to know to be in a very specific area.
I'm like trying to get him to lose all his guys by running away, get him off screen, but no, this one really wants to fight. Sometimes they just jump right off screen.
There we go. So now you don't have to worry about that. And this train thing too reminds me a lot of Bubsy. Bubsy on Sega Genesis.
Oh yeah,
when
yeah, with the giraffes and everything.
Yeah. There's a bunch of gold. This is cool too. You run up and then you just stick them up. It's like Back to the Future, robbing the train.
Reach for the skies.
And that Native American too. It's like, who? I wonder who that is. That's Tall Set.
Tall Set.
Tall Set from Turok. That's who it is. Turok Evolution.
Yeah.
He's waiting for Bruckner to show up. That's why he's not attacking yet. He only attacks when Bruckner shows up.
Yeah. I guess he's Confederate, huh? Bruckner. Oh, I'm gonna take another territory here, because what the heck? Why not?
That's funny too. When I look at the fort, it never looked like a fort to me. It looks like a little town.
It does. And that might be just
It's like I could see like blacksmith working.
Yeah. It does look very bright.
Some woman walking around.
Yeah.
Little handkerchief on her head.
I do declare, Mr. Beauregard. It sure is frightfully hot today. Oh.
Freaking Gone with the Wind going on.
Oh.
Frankly, my dude, I don't give a damn.
Oh my, that language. I do declare that language.
Wish I were living in the land of textiles. The greatest export of the Northern American...
Oh, Mr. Beauregard. Oh.
Some water. Jeez.
Look at my bloomers, Mr. Beauregard.
Let's go to Wisconsin.
Everyone's like, that's Illinois. Oh, look it, here we go. Awesome. Oh, Tall Set's mad now. He found
he's gonna
Bruckner.
attack me. Oh, okay.
Tall Set found Bruckner.
Just tomahawk.
Must have been a traitor.
Yeah.
A spy.
Yeah.
Confederate spy.
But I combined armies, so he's still alive and kicking for a bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I assume happened, is that it's a spy got in our ranks.
Yeah. Because he had to attack the Confederates. He wouldn't attack the Union.
But like I said, that's just so random and obscure to happen, but I think that's what you do. You just sit there and dink around. So we might be the only person in the internet world who figured out how to trigger this.
Maybe.
Now hopefully if the southern guy, if the Confederate does not attack us, as long as you keep going back and forth, hopefully we can get the cowboy to attack again.
Nice. I'm just going to sit here and dink around and go back and forth. Just see what happens.
Go down once. I mean, between these two states.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I did that one time, and that's when the cowboy attacked. That was a long time ago.
Get the cowboy to attack. Okay.
It's like, look at him. He's not even attacking.
No, he doesn't
wow. Wow.
Really? Now we're going to win the game, and we're not going to get a chance.
Probably the same setup, too. So this one's cool. You can actually destroy that bridge. Let's try it. We got enough guys.
Oh, I took out some of their guys. Oh no, my horse.
And that's what's awesome. And we'll probably show it later on, too. We can always do two-player and show a few extra things. But it's awesome because you can destroy that bridge and basically prevent...
Oh no!
Prevent people from coming across.
Oh, you can make your horses go faster, too. Defend yourselves, men! Got him.
Because that's one thing I always like doing is blowing up the bridge, and then it forces them down to try to cross over that little tiny ledge thing down there.
Really? I didn't get a single one? Are you kidding me?
But finally, though, we actually have a different battle. Battling in a different spot.
Maybe I can get them all to, like, jump over the cliff. I have, like, one guy left. Maybe John McClane can make it out. He'll take out everyone.
You can if you dink around enough. They'll run out of ammo.
Yeah. And the horses.
Try to go down,
you
forcing
gotta
them to
kill
run
that
this way.
cavalry. Ooh,
See,
that
there
was
they go.
close. They're all gone
Just
now.
walk across that bridge.
I could.
Because that's the thing. If you walk across, careful though. If you walk across, they might not attack you.
Huh.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. They just sort of sat there.
Because maybe they're confused. Alright.
Oh, that was close. Do it.
Wonder if that's a dead cow or something down there. Buffalo.
Maybe. For some reason it looks... Yes! Right into the ravine. Oh, come on. You got another army. Are you serious? Woo. For some reason it looks like an elephant. I don't know why. It's probably a bison or something. Come on.
See, and that's what I said before, like the music and the sound effects in this game, I'm really nostalgic for too.
Alright. Oh, well, I won the game. Well done, Corporal. You put an end to this bloody war by defeating the South and its... Time to make America again the land of freedom.
It's weird because I don't even know if it's mirrored. It's just they're flipping.
No, the letters. It's just the individual letters. It just makes me want to read it backwards. And then I try to, and it doesn't mean anything.
Alright. So I'm going to go to 1864, which is the final year. And defeat the rebels once and for all. The defeat at Gettysburg has seriously compromised Lee's chances of victory. The North has taken advantage as Grant advances into Mississippi. Is a reversal of the situation still possible?
Why is there a comma there? I know I'm a grammar geek and everything, but why is there a comma in there between the two sentences, not a period? It just doesn't make any sense.
See, now they're just going to dink around and they're not actually going to attack, which ticks me off. It's like, come on, just hurry up and attack me. Like they've done, like if I play this game by myself, they'll just instantly come and attack me. Now when we want them to, no, tough. Now I have to defend the fort, and here's where it gets actually tough, because it's like, it's a pain. He'll sit there and do that, like, oh, I'm going to duck. And then that, he like, clipped through me.
Huh.
And he'll say, it's like, oh, professional hard mode now. See, look at that.
The heck?
It's like, oh, no. Do a few punches. Maybe that's what it wants me to do. Just do this.
Yeah. Flyby hits, man. Shots.
Just
Hits.
waste time. And I try to do... Yeah, and if you hit up, then your guy will end up on the roof. If you hit down, he'll end up on the ground. So, oh, I want him on the ground. Then
Oof, that's close.
It's like, we'll just spam it. Don't matter. And now I'm down to one guy left already.
Dang. Hard to defend against.
Look
Tekken
at that
Gun Jack. Tekken Union Jack. Union Jack. Nobody gets it.
I'm really hoping, because it'd be cool to see what happens when the timer actually hits. So I'm so look at that. He's like, I'm going to go back now. Stupid.
And you're gone.
Now he's going to beat the timer. Level 2 and 3, the timer will actually just go flying through, so... Looks like he took over our fort.
Well, at least it's appropriate to where he comes from. His music. I always imagine like when he's hoisting the flag down, it's like Mario coming down with the flag.
It's like, fine, maybe we'll set a record. Maybe we can play the longest game of North and South without actually being attacked.
There we go.
What the heck?
What, did it just free? Oh, for crying out loud. I set my drink down and the whole thing fricked out.
Hit reset.
Jeepers. Sure. Ah!
I don't know why you gotta bang stuff around all the time.
I just set my coffee down. Son of a blunt.
You gotta slam it down like you're angry. Shake the whole house.
Well, now I am angry. Jeez. I'm sorry. I'm just so much of an oaf.
I'm just gonna try to stay up north so we can actually see a battle take place up north.
North to Alaska.
Take an hour to open it too.
I know, thanks. Oh, authentic movie theater sound effects.
Now he's gonna kill my guy. Now we're just getting Native American attacks all the time.
I thought you said tax. Attacks.
See, it's always in the same spot.
It just the way.
I wonder if it's just taking out one of my military.
Yeah, I
things.
think it just takes out one military because when you combine them, it doesn't eliminate them. If you don't combine them, I noticed like when I practiced it, it just completely killed them. Good point.
Wow, he's attacking me. What the heck? So this is way up north? Fine, I'll see if I can't destroy the bridge.
Yeah, you remember the canyons of South Dakota? Oh, you hit the hole. Dang. And they kill all your horses in one stroke. Man. I imagine that if I existed back in this day, I would like to be one of the people that invented weapons.
See, he's gonna destroy the bridge, so at least we can see that.
Cool.
He's like, there, see, now you can't cross it.
Now you have to lose half your men because they just won't go into a formation. Single file just does not occur to them. Oh, for crying out loud. Just lobs a bullet at him.
Yeah, there's supposed to be 3 places. There's another one where there's like a bridge going across water.
Huh.
And I don't think we've battled there yet. I don't know where it's at now.
Bridge over River Kwai.
And that's one thing too. When you take a step, he doesn't take one step. He takes like 5 of them. Like here, just tap the right button. Oh, I'm gonna run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you can't just like inch forwards. Jeez. Took a knife to the heart. Gets up.
Stupid cannon guys killed their own group of infantry because I was attacking them with the horse, and they're like, "I'm gonna get your horse. I'm gonna get your cavalry." And he blows up his own group of guys. Darn it!
Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, there's friendly fire in this, which is awesome. That's like one of the first thing I test. I always test to see if there's friendly fire. Is the cowboy just like a disgruntled Union guy, or is he just some hippie that didn't want to join the war?
I'm not sure.
He's got blue on.
Unless it's Mexico.
Oh, that could be Mexico, yeah.
All right.
In that case, he's not a cowboy. He's a vaquero.
Watch that mouth.
You know what, vaquero?
I told you to watch your mouth.
Oh, man.
That's what it should be. Every time someone says something in another language, Spanish,
Yeah.
you need to watch your mouth.
Pardon my Spanish. Watch your language.
Fine.
He didn't have a flag, so he just hung his pants on there. Just
Just like salute your shorts.
Yeah. Interesting unrelated factoid. If you shoot north or south, you always have to aim, what is it, a little bit to the right, I think? Trying to think. No, it's the left. You always have to aim a little bit left.
If you're shooting a gun.
If you're, yeah, a gun, what do you call that?
Cannon.
Cannon, shooting a cannon, because it always curves because of something called the Coriolis effect. Because of the curvature of the Earth causes the ball to rotate, to turn to the right. So you have to aim a little left. I think Napoleon was one of the first people to notice that. That was what I've heard.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Tina, you fat lard.
All right. So we just did that, 1864.
Well done, Corporal.
We never got to see that one stuff.
Cowboy.
But now that we pretty much beat the game. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go player versus player. We're not going to actually play against each other, but we're going to try to do a few things to show you guys some little extra doodaddy stuff.
Yeah.
So controllers down there. All right, so I want to try some experiments. I want to have you keep your character down here.
Okay.
To possibly trigger a cowboy attack. If it doesn't happen, tough, I guess. We just won't see it.
I think I'll just run in a big circle between Texas and Louisiana here, and what's north of Louisiana. Gosh, you're really good at geography, Chris. Oh, I can go over here.
I just noticed something. Maybe it's a river. Is that a river? Go ahead. You can click wherever, and I'll...
Crap, I don't know. That's not really what I want to do. Flowing from Wisconsin? Yeah, it's the Mississippi.
Maybe the only... Yeah, you gotta pick. Now you're gonna get just all these troops and soldiers now, and it's never gonna be my turn ever again.
Good, there we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted two guys next to each other, just like that.
Is this a river?
Yeah. That's the Mississippi, and then it's flowing from the Ohio.
So maybe if we fight right here,
yeah,
fight on the river.
Oh, maybe.
Now it's gonna be impossible for me to actually get over there.
Well, we could go up there to St. Croix Falls and fight.
See, I don't know if it'll count because we're not on the river. We have to fight right here.
This is what I want. Now I can just keep moving back and forth, and there will always be someone in Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas.
I want to do that.
Yeah. Just start singing that in Texas.
Go to Texas and do like in Pee Wee Herman. Just yell, "The stars at night are big and bright." And see if people actually do it. What the heck? And now there's no cabin here. That's weird. Whatever.
The cabin missing from the woods.
So that's interesting. I forgot about that one, that it'll repeat that one stage but with the missing cabin. So maybe I gotta come down here and fight then.
Well, let's try Wisconsin.
Way up here?
Oh.
Michigan too. That's funny too for this game. In a lot of stuff there's a lack of music, but then whenever there is music, it's like here. It's really catchy stuff.
Yeah, it is. Like, you could put that on a CD.
There he is, look at...
Whoa. You just threw a bomb at me.
That's awesome.
Ha!
So
you
we
just killed me.
So that's awesome. We actually got them both to trigger. That's weird. I wonder what that was. Twiddly-dee, twiddly-dee.
Yeah, don't know.
Blowing a whistle or something. Then he gets up and chucks a bomb at you.
That's awesome.
See, this is how I want it to be. Just like this.
Yeah. Except, as a human, I can't possibly defeat him.
What if you just hold the down button? Great. See, okay. Just...
Oh,
so that's how you
that's
apparently do it.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're pretty much going to see what's going to happen when the... Now watch.
No!
Just cries like a big old baby. Throwing a fit.
Rear sticking up in the air.
Then if you miss the fort, you see what happens. He just goes right back.
He goes right back down. Ah.
So let's see here. Are we going to get to the different stage? Are we going to see the fourth and final one? No. Yeah, finally. Jeez.
I was thinking, guess where the river is? It's going to be in the middle of Nevada. Just somewhere that, really makes sense.
And this is where I like going like this, and then if you can make it, you get up here and cross.
Oh. No, horsies.
It's funny too, you can get stuck behind buildings.
Down! Oh. I was trying to control the wrong people.
Alright, so this is going to be the ending for the South. Bravo, Corporal. You obviously didn't take history at school. You managed to defeat the North in 3 months. Long live Dixie.
Long live Dixie.
And if you hit the button, then it does another one of these, but it's different. Well, well, Corporal, what have you done? Defeated by the Confederates in 3 months? There must be some traitors in your ranks. I wonder who. Then he does that nonsense again, like, oh, it was me. I'm the traitor.
That makes sense. That makes more sense.
That's who the Native American guy was attacking. The traitor, the spy.
Because it was Talset attacking
Bruckner.
Bruckner.
All right, so that was North and South on the good old Nintendo Entertainment System. So what did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I liked that game. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. Like I said, this is my original copy. I grew up playing it all the time as a kid, and this is one of the few games that my dad actually enjoyed playing. He never really got into games. It was this one, and he also liked playing Dragon Warrior. These were pretty much the only games he would play. But I thought it was a fun game, very nostalgic for me. I think the graphics are great. The music and sound effects are great. And the gameplay is weird. Like I said, it's like a strategy game, but it's like a very, very watered down, super simple strategy game. Like, compared to something like Civilization.
Yeah.
It's like Civilization is going to blow this
Extremely
thing
huge.
out of the water.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with this game. If you try to be very strategic, like I've played it before, I'm like, oh, let's throw it in and sit back and relax and take over territories. And what happens? Here comes the South, or, if I'm playing as the South, here comes the North, just attack you right away. Here comes the enemy, boom, attacks you.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I going to do, lose? It's like, well, no, I want to win.
And it's like this time we wanted them to attack us in different areas, and we couldn't seem to get them to attack us in those areas. And they just sort of sat there dinking around the whole time. Weird.
But, yeah, and like I said, the cover art, too, is very cartoony, and like I said, it's based off of a French comic, apparently. You can go and look that up, I guess.
Cool.
But it is cool. I like the aesthetic of it. I like that it's all cartoony. And it is kind of neat. It's a game about the Civil War.
Yeah, it's really goofy.
But
it's entertaining, too. It reminds me a little bit with the strategy and everything. It reminds me a little bit of Battleship on Genesis. And it also just Battleship, I think it was called. Or was it Super Battleship? I don't remember now. Whatever. That Battleship game on Genesis, it reminded me of that. And it also reminded me a little bit of, like I said, Star Wars Battlefront. In my case, I played Battlefront 2, where you had Galactic Conquest. I'm not sure about the first one. But the strategy is similar.
I think it was really awesome, too, that we were able to actually get the Native American to attack and the cowboy to attack. And like I said, no one knows how to figure it out. Like, no one can figure it out. No one knows how to do it on the internet, but I think
we got it.
We finally figured it out. You just have to leave them.
Just camp.
I don't know how long. We'd have to calculate it, and I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah, it was like maybe three turns or something like that. Keep a guy in one place.
But anyway, that was good old North and South on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, as far as the amount of time it takes to beat, you can throw it in and do a quick war and just hurry up and attack the enemy, and you'll be done in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can beat the game in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But
that's not as much fun.
No, it's a heck of a lot more fun when you dink around, do the train robberies and taking over the forts.
Exactly. It's like people judge games based on how long it takes to beat them if they're trying their hardest. And it's like sometimes it's funner just to sit back and enjoy it and try to do more things, experiment with more things, and get more out of the game. And it's like, oh, I beat it in 5 minutes with a terrible game,
Yeah.
It's like, well, then you're not really playing it. Somebody did the same thing with, was it Fallout 3? He just went around the entire world and just killed everyone. It's like, well, I won. That's it. That's it. It's Fallout 3. You can play it for years and not discover everything.
But yeah, if you sit there and dink around like what we were doing, taking over territories, I don't know, you can put a good, and playing through everything, you can put a good 2 hours into this thing, I bet.
I think so.
And the other thing that I love, it is a great two-player game. This will be an awesome game to have a good party game.
Yeah,
it would be a great party game. Put it in, and then, because me and my friend Tom used to do that all the time and sit there and battle it out and be strategic, experiment.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty fun to do as a two-player game. This is a game though that you can definitely play, put away, but always come back to it. So like I said, about 2 minutes to beat if you speed run. Otherwise, a good hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the price goes for the game, if you want it just loose, like this, cart only, it'll run you about $38.
That's it? Wow, gee,
Yeah, wow.
count me in. Man, I'd pay $1 million.
So do you think that the gameplay is worth $38. Now, like I've said before, collector value, fine. Collectors out there will be like, this game is worth about $25 million. And people be like, oh, okay, I'll go and buy it because that's what it's worth.
There you go.
They'll pay any price as long as it's collector value. But I mean the gameplay. Is the gameplay worth $38? Would you be willing to go on the Wii U and download it for $38?
Yeah, well, I mean, more in the realm of what I would do, probably Steam, I would pay maybe $5 for a game like this. The gameplay alone. Now, if I had it in a cartridge, I do prefer having a physical copy of it. Let's say you can get it in some sort of a physical form. $10 is nice because, worst case scenario, $10 it's nice to have it on your collection in your shelf.
Yeah.
But yeah, $5 for the gameplay. 10 if you like having it hang around.
Yeah, and I like having physical copies of stuff. I don't like downloading the game.
I hate that.
But like I said, it's all about the gameplay. And so, for me personally, I like it, so I'm looking at it through the eyes of nostalgia. Plus, the gameplay is actually pretty fun. I would say, for me personally, the gameplay would run probably a max of $10.
Yeah.
I feel like you could pay $10 for the gameplay and enjoy it. Play a good 2-player round and have fun, and you would definitely get your money's worth out of that.
Now, having played it before, I do think that I might be tempted to buy it for $15 just because of the nostalgic value now that we played it a couple times. But still, I'm just like, 15, a little too much.
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah, and that's like and that's a thing I don't think people really understand is like I'm talking about the gameplay itself.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there like, well, I would be willing to pay $50 for it. It's like, but they're talking because it's from like the 1980s, and so they want it for the collection too.
Yeah, that's true. Gameplay itself, $5.
Yeah. So like I said, for me the gameplay, I would be willing to pay $10. I wouldn't really pay over that.
No.
For collection wise, like I said, whatever, collectors will pay $1 million for a game like this, so it don't matter. But it is really cool in history. It is about the Civil War, and it is all cartoony, and it has a great look to it, and it's just overall fun.
Yeah, it's a funny game. I like it.
So whatever, that was North and South on the good old Nintendo Entertainment System. So whatever, I'm Janitor Jake.
I'm Chris K.
And thanks for watching.
I loaded it earlier. So.
Okay.